And joining us from Riga, Latvia is Glen Grant, a defense and security expert. Good to see you, Glenn.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right, so in the first day of this Ukrainian counteroffensive, we see them reportedly able to take a few villages. To what extent does that matter? And as this long-awaited counteroffensive kicks off, what are you looking to see?
Well, I mean, you want to see that they've actually broken through. And we heard last night that they had broken through the first level of defenses in several places. No, the government, the Ukrainian government, is being quite tight-lipped about how things are going. But people on the ground there are actually saying that the troops have gone further than expected into Kherson. That in the north of Kherson there is actually fighting, and that Russian troops are beginning to retire, run away in some cases. But we're going to have to wait to actually to get the official result of what's happened. But it's not just in Kherson. Apparently, the Ukrainians are actually attacking in other areas as well. So I think there's going to be a lot more to come out of this in the next 24 hours.
Some of the reports we heard early on when the counteroffensive started yesterday was that Ukrainian troops were also targeting bridges and roads, key Russian supply lines. From the start of this war, the Russian supply has been a difficulty. What does the best intel tell us at this point as to how Russia is able to keep supplying its troops?
Well, Kherson, of course, has got water on behind it, and a lot of it. And the Ukrainians have been targeting the bridges quite consistently for the last month, and have actually broken them to the point where you can't now take armored vehicles across them, which means that they couldn't resupply properly. So they've been resupplying across the river using pontoon bridges. But of course, with a pontoon bridge, you can't actually carry very much, and you certainly can't carry enough to resupply properly anything that's in Kherson. So if troops go and if they do retire, they're going to have to leave their armored vehicles in Kherson behind.
All right, Glenn. And for the layman, for our viewers, from the beginning of this war, we have seen villages taken by Russia, retaken by Ukraine, and then change hands again. How does a counteroffensive differ remarkably from what we've already seen?
You might say that it doesn't differ much at all, except that this time the Ukrainians have actually concentrated quite a few more troops in one place,
Yeah.
and they've created a new brigade armed with Western equipment, and obviously been doing some training on that equipment, so that whereas before it's been pretty much equal on both sides, this time the Ukrainians have actually loaded into one place so that they could actually hit harder to go into Kherson. So hopefully that's actually broken through properly, and that we'll see something positive for Ukraine soon.
Glen Grant, thanks so much for your expertise on this.
Thank you very much.